What's up, guys? My name's Stu, and we got a bunch of news from Star Trek Online, so let's get into it. Okay, the first thing to talk about is Star Trek Fleet Week. If you don't know what this is, it's a sort of virtual convention that Cryptic is putting on with that they're co-hosting with Modifius and the Streampunks. Basically, it's going to be a week-long thing. Going to be a ton of live streams and events over the course of the 10th through the 15th. It's going to be featuring a ton of people. The early weeks are going to be... This schedule has been expanded, so I'll get to that in a bit. But Saturday is going to be Admiralty Day, which is going to feature the bulk of these guests. People like John Eves, Rick Sternbach, Dr. Aaron McDonald, Ben Robinson, Tobias Richter. A lot of cool people who have been involved with Star Trek, along with a bunch of other people involved with the community, like my buddy Q, Piece by Piece. Excuse me. And a bunch of other people. Yeah, this is, along with some of the Cryptic devs, Thomas Maroney, Hector Ortiz, Mike Fadum. That's Kale. This is gonna be fun. So it's just a thing celebrating ships in Star Trek. So if that's something you're interested in, it's gonna be a fun week. Like I said, the earlier schedule has been updated because initially the only content creators, that's the word I'm looking for. The only content creators that were getting involved were Dark Consortium, Q Continuum, and Piece by Piece. But after the initial announcement, Kale and Thomas Maroney did say if anyone else wants to get involved, contact Kale, and boy did we. So Monday, I'm going to have a video going out for this. And again, Dark Consortium is going to be streaming later that day. All these times are in Pacific time, by the way. So yeah, 8 a.m. I got a video going out. That's my usual upload time. 4 p.m. we got Dark Consortium doing a live stream on Twitch. Then even later that day at 8:30, Trizander is also doing a live stream on Twitch interviewing Nick Duguid. That's Tumor Boy, one of the environment designers for Star Trek Online. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Nick's always fun to hang out with. Tuesday, Eric's Production is doing a live stream at 8 a.m. He specifically wanted to do this because he wanted just an event that was in a more friendly time zone for the European viewers. So if you guys are around that side of the world, you might want to check this out. And Aries is recently coming back to live streaming too, so go in, say hi, just hang out with him. He'll appreciate the support. Wednesday, Endeavor Gaming's got a video on YouTube coming out interviewing Thomas Maroney. Then later at the same time, actually, on Twitch, Gribog is going to be doing a live stream over there. Then later that day, 10-4 Weekly is going to be on Wednesday this week. They're going to be Critic's going to be announcing a bunch of stuff. Excuse me, I had to burp. That was gross. Cut this out. 10-4 Weekly is going to be doing this on Wednesday. We're going to be announcing a bunch of new stuff, including, I'm guessing they're going to be showing off the Farragut too, which was announced today. We're going to be going over that thing's stats later in this video, so stay tuned for that. Thursday, General Washington's doing a stream on YouTube. Piece by Piece is doing a stream on Twitch later that day. All Things Trek's doing a YouTube video that's coming out at 5 Pacific. He's interviewing several of the content creators about their favorite ships, which I'm going to be in. So if you want to see me talk about my favorite ship and a bunch of the rest of us talking about our favorite ships, be sure to check that out. I'll give you one guess as to which mine was. Tabitha Games is doing a live stream on YouTube. Definitely go check out Tabby. She's always just a joy to hang out with, and she's recently made the move from Twitch to YouTube, so I'm sure she'd appreciate the support on her YouTube move. Also Friday, my buddy Q Continuum is going to be doing a live stream featuring Trek Yards. That's going to be fun. I'll probably be in the Twitch chat for that too. I'm usually hanging out with Q, so I'll probably be there. I don't know if I'll be in the voice chat, but I'll be around. And Saturday, during Admiralty Day, the Stow Wiki is going to be doing a watch party on their Discord. So if you don't want to hang out in the Twitch chat, the YouTube chat, hang out in the Stow Wiki Discord. Okay, moving on. We got some more news. Halloween events coming back. It's going to be starting on, I think they said the 13th. Yeah, October 13th through November 3rd. We got the return of the Halloween event. Event progress is going to be rewarded, and you get to rewarded by doing, I think it's the same TFO as last year. Obtaining the grand prize, 14 daily progress. Captains can earn 1 daily progress per count per day by playing the brand new patrol's Skeleton Crew and Witch's Brew. So we're getting some new patrols that are going to be going along with this, and I assume the TFO from last year will be back. Yeah, along with the Halloween Task Force Operation Cat's Tail. So 2 new patrols plus the return of Cat's Tail from last year, and those will earn you 2 prizes. The first being this thing called Sylvia's Feline Charm, which is it's a device. It turns you into a cat. That's basically what it does. Doesn't seem to be much more than that. Though one nice thing about it is that while it is technically a device, it doesn't need to be slotted in your device slot or your kit module slot or anywhere. It can just be sitting in your inventory and you can activate it, so it's not going to take up any space, which is nice. But yeah, it's just a little cosmetic thing, and it's gonna be funny. The other thing that is coming is a new console, Transphasic Containment. Which, remember that scene where they put the Enterprise in that little like glass cube and the chain, and they put it over the fire, and then the actual Enterprise started heating up? That's basically this. Basically, it's a hold that will apply fire damage. At least I think it's fire damage. This console activated ability. It utilizes the magic of the old ones to encase your foes by means of transmorphic containment, immobilizing them and giving fire damage. Equipping this console also grants bonuses to starship control expertise, flight turn rate, and auxiliary power. Don't really know much about it beyond that. Could be good for a control build. Ultimately, just free console, might as well go for it. And plus, free cat thing too. You turn into a cat. It'll be funny. So yeah, Halloween event. Last thing to cover, the Farragut, scene from the season 1 finale of Strange New Worlds. Not much to say about this. Was Kirk's ship in the alternate reality that was created in that episode. The stats are included. Hold on, how is it being released? I actually didn't look that up. Lockbox. It's a lockbox ship. Sorry, guys. I know everyone hates that. Yeah, this is being released into the Infinity lockboxes on October 13th. So when the event starts, you can start getting this ship too. Okay, let's move on to the stats. It's a Temporal cruiser. That's kind of interesting. Temporal cruiser with a Lieutenant Commander Universal pilot seat. Okay, less interesting. Okay, we're just gonna skim through this. Decently high hull and shield modifier, which, not surprising, it's a cruiser. 4-4 weapons layout, that's a little disappointing. Lieutenant Tactical, Ensign Engineering, Lieutenant Commander Engineering Temporal Operative, Lieutenant Commander Science, and Lieutenant Commander Universal Pilot. Not bad bridge layout, despite the pilot seating. At least it's on the universal seat, so you can use that in your for more tactical stuff. Though even with the pilot seating, you could still do that trick that I like using the Tier 6 Novus trait. What's the thing called? Synthetic Good Fortune, that's what it's called. What I like to do is stack 2 seats of pilot team and then use the personal trait Fresh from R&R to lower the shared cooldown. So you can use those 2 pilot team seats to stack your crit chance with the Synthetic Good Fortune. So yeah, like I said, I've said this before. Pilot seating isn't really the curse that it used to be, thanks to that trait. But yeah, I still would have preferred, Intel or something else in there. Still, full temporal ship though, you're going to be able to get a nice amount of unconventional systems triggers on that engineering temporal seat. So not a bad layout. Consoles, 3 tactical, 4 engineering, 4 science. Little light on the tactical seating, but honestly, with the number of universal consoles that are good for the meta these days, 3 is not that big of a deal, especially considering that you're going to get a 4th one when you upgrade it to T6X. Base return rate of 10. impulse modifier of 0.16. Not a fast ship, but not a stupidly slow ship either. So decent, you know, decent movement. Inertia rating of 45. Yeah, not bad. Power layout, +5 to shields, +5 to engines, +10 to auxiliary. The +10 to auxiliary does kind of make sense with all the temporal stuff going on. And but I do wish they'd put that shields power into weapons power instead. Oh well, what can you do? It's got a new console, antimatter bomb deployment. We'll look at that in a bit. It's a full temporal ship, so it'll have the molecular reconstruction beam and all 4 cruiser commands. So, because it's a cruiser, as well as the standard cruiser package, which that's just all tanking traits. Ugh. This is the downside of cruisers. Here is the console, antimatter bomb deployment, the volatile projectile of antimatter. Volatile properties of antimatter are well known. Fact of science. I'm not going to read all this. Basic tooltip. Releases an antimatter bomb, which will reduce flight speed and turn rate of enemies within 5 kilometers before detonating after 15 seconds. Eesh, that's a long time. Upon detonating, massive kinetic damage to foes within 5 kilometers. Also creates a shockwave that will slowly travel out 20 kilometers, dealing additional heavy kinetic damage for foes that travel. For foes as it travels. I mean, tough to say without seeing any actual damage numbers on it. So, I mean, this could be interesting for a torpedo build, but who knows? What are the passives on it? This provides passives to projectile weapons, training, and crit severity with projectiles. Again, without seeing any actual numbers, that could be really nice. It could be crap. We'll see. Yeah, it's interesting, but I don't like that 15-second build up before the thing actually goes off. Depending on how massive this kinetic damage is, I get wanting to delay it a bit, but at the same time, I would want to shorten that to like 5 seconds. 15's a long time. Anyway, the Starship trait is called Damn the Torpedoes. So they gave us a tooltip here too. While the throttle is at or above 50%, you get +100 to +200 all damage resistance rating versus projectiles, which that scales with the throttle. So if you're at 50%, it sounds like you'll be at +100. 100%, you'll be at +200. And once per 2 seconds destroys the nearest mine or targetable torpedo within 5 kilometers. Yeah, that's not great. It's a tank trait. That's what it is. I mean, I do kind of like the destroys the nearest mine or targetable torpedo. That could be kind of helpful against the Borg because they do have those targetable plasma torpedoes, and could be helpful against the Vodwar as well. They do deploy mines, if I remember correctly. Do they? I don't remember. I could be wrong about that. But regardless, not an overly impressive Starship trait. I don't know. The console has promise. The ship's okay. I mean, the ship's not great, but I mean, it's certainly not a bad setup either. I would like it a lot more though if it had a 5-3 weapons layout instead of 4-4. But yeah, overall, it's okay. If you like it, go for it. If you don't like it, you're not losing anything by missing out on it. At least I don't think you are. This console could be something good, but again, it's hard to say without seeing some actual numbers on it. And like I said, I don't like that 15-second build up. Additionally, here in the bottom, they are adding some new stuff to the Infinity boxes. The everything from the Discovery Far From Home lockbox is making its way into Infinity. So that includes the Crossfield refit, about time. The Starship trait programmable matter enhancements, Universal Console, Parasitic Ice Containment Vessel, the ground traits Bond with Life, Unyielding Ideals, and upgraded gear, the space traits Symbiotic Ice, Feel the Weight of Our Presence, and Redundant Antimatter Containment, the unique duty officer Schroeder, the randomly transporting Saurian, who I do enjoy. He's always fun to have around. And the kit modules Parasitic Ice, Personal Transporter, and the .23 drones, the engineering, science, and tactical versions, as well as the 32nd Century phasers. I almost forgot. There's one more thing to go over, and that is news on the Agony Redistributor. If you've been watching Stowe Twitter recently, you know that at the Agony Redistributor off of the Terran Adamant Heavy Raider, that was released in the 12th anniversary bundle, that console got nerfed into the ground, which really disappointed a lot of people because it was a really nice console to have, and just seeing it just destroyed like that was very disappointing, especially after how long it's just been left alone. But that is receiving a little bit of a buff now in comparison to what it was. They had nerfed it a few weeks ago so that it only did 2,000 damage per second, which 2,000 damage, that's nothing. I could sneeze into 2,000 DPS more than that. That's nothing. But they have buffed it so that it is now going to do 17,500 damage per second, which, again, not a lot, but it's an improvement. We'll see how well it does in testing, and by we I mean Augie. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm kind of hoping they bump it up a bit more, because honestly, it's 17k DPS. That's still not a lot. So we'll see. I'm not holding out my hopes though. So yeah, that is all the news to go over for Star Trek Online lately. I hope you guys are really excited for Fleet Week, because I know I am. That's gonna be a lot of fun. There's gonna be a ton of events, a bunch of stuff to see, cool interviews with a lot of cool people who are involved with Star Trek, and plus a bunch of fun content creators to hang out with. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. If you guys have any questions or comments about Fleet Week, be sure to put them in the comment section down below. I will do my best to answer what I can. Again, same goes with any of the other news we talked about today. While you're down there, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and that bell for notifications. If you'd like to further support the channel, hit the join button or the super thanks button, or find the merch store link in the description. Either way, thank you so much for watching. My name's Stu, and I will see you guys next time.